Welcome to the Mystery College Show. Today we're going to be going over purchasing and using the 7 basic Spagyrics. So a lot of people have wondered and thought about, well, should I make my own Spagyrics? Should I purchase Spagyrics? So we're going to go over that in this video, and I'm also going to share with you some of the resources and types of Spagyrics that I like to purchase, as well as give some reviews about different places you can source in the United States. So whether you're into like meditation, mindfulness, or mystical rituals, planetary magic practices, the Spagyrics may be the missing piece that you're looking for to help you gain elemental equilibrium, balance your soul mirrors, or balance yourself internally for meditative practices to enhance your energetic sensitivity to balance your personality and so much more. Spagyrics are fantastic tool and resource to use. So I'm really excited to dive deep into that with you right now. So now we're going to jump over to my big old mind map here. So let's go into the hook. So we're going to explore the powers of the 7 basics through purchasing pre-made alchemical tinctures, and these are going to help elevate your practice because not everyone has the ability to make Spagyrics or learn the training and spend months and months in the preparation of it. Now, like I'll just say it straight ahead, like if you prepare your own Spagyrics, yes, it'll be more powerful. Some people say it's 10 times more powerful, 100 times more powerful. My suggestion is to purchase them and try them yourself, and you be the judge if you would like to go through the process of making them. But through purchasing them or getting them from a friend, you may find the value in it, and that may be the inspiration for you to take the next step into producing or creating Spagyrics if that's something you're inclined to as a part of your spiritual practice. So the chief thesis for me is that, like, a lot of purists will argue that you have to make Spagyrics, they have to be self-made, but I believe that supplementing them and trying out Spagyrics from different manufacturers is perfectly fine, and also will give you insight into the whole process, into how it works for you. So yeah, and then some people, like the people I recommend in these particular products, are all trained by Robert Allen Bartlett, who's one of the premier folks in this niche. He's one of the most premier people who are currently practicing alchemy and teaching at this time. He's an author of this book, Real Alchemy, along with several other different books. And if you're interested in making your own alchemical potions at whatever stage, this book has the 7 basics actually already in it. And so you can just look at the index here and find that. It's pretty straightforward. So in the meantime, let's go over some of the different aspects to look at. So first, we're going to go over the three different Spagyric manufacturers that I've taken personally and that I can attest to. The first one would be from a guy named Bob Smith, 60 Skills, and he gifted these to me personally not long ago. So I'll just show you up close a little bit here some of the Spagyrics he gifted me. He gifted me like a whole 7 basic set. So he has like this Venus potion, as you can see here, Saturn, Mercury, just all the basic planets that you use. And basically what you do is you use them on each of the given days. You might use 8 drops, 10 drops, however much suits you. So let's see, desktop with MacBook. So as you can see, I really enjoy using the ones that Bob gave to me because, like, he's a friend. I'm familiar with his energy, and also gives me a lot of insight into his own practice and his own alchemical practice. So that's something I can use or reference when or if I choose to decide to produce Spagyrics in the future. So it's really great if you have a friend or someone who can show you that. The next option I have for you is one I tried recently from this company called Feral Fungi, where you can buy an actual full set of the Spagyrics from them. What's interesting about this company is that they use different mushrooms that they produce or they gather out in the wild. It's a Pacific Northwest based company based in Oregon. I really appreciate that. I enjoy that. And yeah, so from me personally testing them, I really enjoy these. I really enjoy these ones in particular. So if you see here that like there the websites right here. If you want, you can get like a little discount. If you by going on here, here's the planetary set, and I'll show you my copy in a moment. And yeah, and it's pretty affordable. Like you can get half ounce of each of them for like $90 with that 20% discount. Maybe it's like 74, $75, or you get it for like 170 or something. Yeah, and it tells you a bit about like each of the mushrooms, etc. And even though some of these mushrooms may not be like the first go-to type alchemical tinctures that are used, in my experience, I found them to be really effective. The only thing about the professionally manufactured alchemy products that I've learned from messaging at least three or more of these spagyric retailers is that uh, like they don't do the classical process of grain distillation that takes several months that most the traditional alchemists do. They might use alcohol or like glycogen or some other type of thing. But in my experience, I still find them to be very potent and powerful, right? It may not have as strong an effect as something that has had that much time, but the production process of these feral fungi from doing an email exchange with them is at least 8 weeks. So there's a lot of time, there's a lot of things in a product, and there's a lot of care in this product for sure. But it definitely would help if you are able to activate themselves if you do planetary magic or if you're sensitive to energy. So that's something I would definitely recommend going with. My set is a half ounce set. I'll show you it right now. So here's the half ounce set right here from that company. So if you open it up, it has a really nice presentation. Today I took some of this reishi mushroom here. I took like 10 little drops, and I really enjoy it. Really enjoy it. I definitely can recommend using these products and trying it out for yourself. And it's relatively inexpensive for how much you get, right? This will last me months and months, and then it costs about $70. So it's really fair value. Each of these, in total, with that 20% discounts, like 11 or $12, right? That's how I bought these, as I use that 20% discount. So to me, that's really fair value. And not only that, out of all the products that are here, I use them the most. Namely because the ones that Bob gave me there's not quite as much of it, so I like to use these more for special occasions. But for my everyday daily use, I tend to go for these feral fungi. So the next one I'd like to show you is this one from Quintessential Alchemy, and I'll show you Quintessential Alchemy real quick. Let's see here. Oops, let me zoom out. It's getting a little laggy. Sorry about that. So here's the website at least. So you can go to quintessentialalchemy.com, and there you can buy like any of the 7 basics. Right. So theirs is a little more classical. And when I connect with the energy themselves, and each of these are about $25 each when I last ordered with shipping, or you can get like a full set for just $25. Okay, I guess they're $24. And then shipping with the US is free. International shipping is pretty reasonable. So yeah, that's pretty good value. So yeah, I'll show you the close-up of my copies here. I bought Mercury and I bought Venus ones to test it out. When I purchased these, I don't tend to use these ones as much because for me at least, I just feel like the energetic of them has a little bit more weight. It feels like a little more Egyptian, or like there's some energetic there that like for some people it would really resonate and be empowering. But for me and my practice, I like to infuse and charge up my potions and such with energies that make me feel lighter, that lift me up. And these ones are powerful, right? But for me, at least the manifestation path was more top down as opposed to ascending me up as much. But definitely powerful, definitely work, and yeah, it's worth definitely buying one for $25 or two, and seeing if it suits your energetic profile and your practice. But out of all these ones, the one I could recommend the most would definitely be the feral fungi, just for ease of use. Hey, so now let's go back to the main screen. So these are all like US manufacturers, right? I haven't tried any that are from Europe. From my understanding, finding ones that are from Europe is a little bit trickier, just because it's a little more secretive out there. Like from having had out to the from having been in Europe, spending time in France or the Czech Republic, I just found that it was a little bit harder to source Spagyrics. If I mean, in fact, I wasn't successful in that effort. But if you're in Europe and can help me out, would appreciate that. So of the people I showed you, of the people above, all three were trained from a guy named Robert Allen Bartlett, and he was trained and worked as a professional chemist in the Pacific Northwest as well. And he also studied at the Paracelsus College, which was the best college of alchemy back in the Western Hemisphere in the 20th century. And as far as I'm aware of, he's most likely the best teacher in the Americas currently. On his website, you can find like that he has online training available to produce Spagyrics, and then he used to make them and sell them as well, but I don't think he does that as often, or at least last I checked. So, what are some of the pros of buying or getting into using Spagyrics on a regular basis? The first is that it's very very useful for practice, right? It helps with harmonizing any disturbances or challenges you may have in your personality profile, in your energetic body. So it's really good to help balance your personality and any types of factors you may be working with in your practice related to the classic 7 planets. It's also pretty useful for doing any type of magical work. For example, if you are doing planetary meditation work, like we do a lot in my evocation invocation course, or in my initiation hermetics course, for group sits with friends, it's really fun to be able to give each of us a dropper and then meditate and then know that we're like, and then be able to talk about the energetic of the substance that we take, right? It's also helpful for folks who are not maybe as energy sensitive to get more familiar with being more energy sensitive to these things. So it helps you sync up with the planets through the Gregorian calendar, meaning, in other words, let's say every Tuesday you take the Mars potion, every Wednesday you take Mercury, Thursday you take a Jupiter, Friday Venus, Sundays you take the sun potion respectively. And after you do this for a while, you'll tend to get synced up with the Gregorian calendar in a way that you may not have before, which can be quite profound for your practice, for feeling more synchronicity, and using each day as a time to reflect on certain aspects of your personality, to refine it, to find more equilibrium, to find more balance. So doing planetary magic is a very foundational practice that's in Western esoterics and also other systems, and it's often very overlooked. And getting to the Spagyrics and making a small investment in a few potions like this can really alter your practice, alter the effects of anything that you're doing. So I highly do recommend taking this. I tend to take about maybe 10 drops of any one of these each day, and that's plenty for me to really feel the effects. Some people with a more earth constitution, some people who are maybe heavier or less sensitive may need more. Whether that's 15, 20, 30 drops, whatever you need, experiment and try. And some potions may need more of, some you may need less of to feel the effects that you're intending or looking for. So, yeah, it also helps counterbalance different astrological charts and imbalances. I know less about that since astrology isn't my main expertise. And also using these potions is a great companion to doing my evocation invocation masterclass course, or anyone who is doing any type of planetary magic work on their own. So if you're interested, or you're already a member of my universal evocation invocation course, I'll be posting some videos that will go in deep dive on meditative practices, how to charge these different potions, and also and then we'll do some meditative sits together as well. So that's all comprehensive. You'll have it down. And if you decide to purchase one of these or make them yourself, you'll know how to get deep into the energetic of the planets and amplify that practice using these 7 basic tinctures. So, there are some cons to this practice. Some One of which is that sometimes using these spagyrics can bring up problems to your awareness and your personality. It can amplify some of your trait characteristics or challenges that are less suitable for you. For example, if I take a Mars potion, I might notice myself getting more agitatable than usual. And why is that? Well, because these potions bring up the parts of ourselves that need refinement. So sometimes when we take these potions, it gives us a boost in that area. And so let's say if I take a Mars potion, then I'll be really focused and be able to work and be hyperfixated on the tasks that I need to get done that day. However, on the flip side, it also might bring up the negative characteristics of that trait, such as me being more agitatable or being impatient. So it brings those up so that we're able to release it or to eliminate it. So this practice can take a lot of mindfulness as well. On the flip side, you may take even like the Mars potion, which is like about masculinity, getting things done. And sometimes I felt like I've done it before, and then for whatever reason, I feel lethargy coming through, or laziness. And what that does is that brings attention, things in my awareness to attention that need to be worked on, such as my diet, or such as like my posture, or other things that are not in alignment with that Mars energy, that focus, that strength. So you'll find that it provides like a really strong feedback loop for you to be working with the energetic of the potion, and it's very dynamic. It's very dynamic. So in the long term, as you can probably infer, this helps you be more balanced internally with your personality profile, with your practice, and will help you have more harmony with all the work that you're doing. And again, like I mentioned before, purchasing a spagyric, using a spagyric is not going to be as powerful as making one on your own. Just full disclosure, as I inferred before, I've not made my own spagyrics yet, though I'm quite interested. However, from speaking with folks who have made their own spagyrics, the consensus is that preparing these alchemy potions is far more important, in part because of the preparation and the multi-month process, and using this as a combinatory medicine. Back before Western medicine, most medical practices like Ayurveda or Chinese medicine or previous Western medicine models were combinatory. Combination of herbs, combination of prayer, combination of mindfulness states. So they used a combination of different things to achieve certain desired outcomes. And I'm not a medical practitioner. This isn't medical advice. I don't know what I'm talking about, right? All I'm saying is that that's a historical trend that was done for thousands of years prior to the Enlightenment and prior to normal modernized medicine, modernized chemistry. So with that in mind, your relationship with the production of this is going to have amplitudes of effect in its effectiveness if you decide to make spagyrics. But if you don't have the equipment, if you don't want to invest the months into producing it and you're not sure, I feel that it is really valuable to purchase a spagyric set, try it out for yourself, see if it resonates with you, and see if it's a good fit. So, whether you're experienced or new to planetary magic, spagyrics can help you harmonize your energies and help you deepen your spiritual journey. So, and I even know that like making your potions will be more potent. Using ready-made tinctures are more convenient, but it's not necessarily more effective. So, but it is more effective time-wise if you lead a busy life. And each person's journey in relation to spagyrics is unique, and listening to yourself as someone who wants to, if you want to make it, like, do you have time for that? Is that something you want to do? Do you want to integrate that as a part of your meditative practice? Because the preparation, the creation of spagyrics is meditative all the way through, and refines your consciousness, refines your focus. It is a meditation practice. So consider trying to see these spagyrics, like any of these products, like from Feral Fungi or Quintessential Alchemy, or if you have a buddy, like just try it out and see how you like it. If you try it from a few companies, you may notice the difference, for example. So I really appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and also leave a comment. What are your thoughts? What do you like? What do you dislike in this video? Have you tried any of these Spagyrics before, or Spagyrics from other companies, from Europe, from other countries, different modalities of alchemy? I would love to know. I'd love you to share your thoughts. Until next time, stay balanced and keep exploring.